had a little moment. Okay, but now I'm back. All right, so I have been trying out the new to me pattern products. I like them. I feel like my hair looks nice with them. It's really helped my curl pattern, but I'm also trying to make sure I'm like hydrating my hair a lot. So I think it looks good. I just got my hair trimmed, I don't know, maybe even like 2 weeks ago maybe. So, but this is just the hair milk. I'm gonna go put on the styling cream. I'm gonna put some gel in. I'm gonna braid my hair up, and then I'll be done and should be finished. Then we'll move on to our next thing. But I do need to do my skincare, so let's get that done. All right, so skincare is done. So now I can just focus on finishing up my hair, whatever that's gonna end up looking like. So let's go. Well, no, I think I have like an hour before it's not morning officially, but good morning. How's it going? I just finished up my hair. It's drying. I'm just leaving it to dry. It's kind of like a weird little hump thing right there that I don't like the way that that's sticking out, but I don't know if I can do anything about that right now. I guess it's a little better. Anyways, I'll just have like a weird little hump thing on the side. Okay, I ate breakfast. Breakfast was salad because that's what I felt like having for breakfast. I pulled our tarot card for the day. Gaia, Ace of Earth. It was technically in reverse, technically. So maybe feeling a little bit of a disconnect from there. They say seek Gaia's wisdom in nature, hold stones in your hands, listen to the stirring of the leaves, play with the water. I see this as being a card that's just about needing to maybe appreciate the world around us, needing to appreciate our resources, maybe feeling like we're a bit disconnected from the resources that we need in order to feel successful, since this card is in reverse. And that may mean we need to do some assessment. We need to do a little bit of work to figure out why we feel that disconnection and how we can improve our relationship to the world around us, how we can improve our relationship to Earth, how we can improve our relationship to the mother, which to me totally adds up because today is the day, y'all. It is October 6th, which means that we are officially in the shadow period of the Mars retrograde. So from this point forward, be paying attention. Pay attention to what is coming up for you when it comes to the idea of the mother, when it comes to your own mother, when it comes to how you relate to that. And I've been thinking a little bit about stereotypes, particularly for Black women, and the mammy stereotype, and how I think that this will be something that's going to be really big for Black women in starting to disconnect and rewrite their relationship to these stereotypes of having to be the mother, having to care for everybody around them, having to be this very nurturing spirit. And I think that it even plays a little bit into what's coming up when it's the like auntie and being an auntie and being seen in that way, because so many Black women now are choosing to or do not currently have children, but they're also, we're looking for people to look up to. We're looking for mentors. We're looking for mother figures, and so that projection of that energy starts to go out there. And I see and I sense that it's shifting even to like the mammy, the mother, and the idea of the auntie is starting to kind of overlap together. So I think this is probably be something that'll need to be further studied as we go forth over time. So for my sociologists and such, that might be something to look into. I'd be very interested in reading about that. In the care of ourselves and the care of the other, like even as we try to prioritize our own needs, how that can shift over and how people will say, well, since you don't have X, Y, and Z, you don't have a husband, you don't have children, then you have more time to take care of the village. And while I do believe that community is vital for our ability to survive and be successful in survival, I think sometimes that the assumption that just because someone has made different choices means that they have a specific role that they can now play in the community is interesting. And I think that we should give more space to ask people what is the role you would like to play in the community, as opposed to trying to assign that role to them just because, say, they are a woman or they are feminine presenting. So I think that's one of the things that we're going to see maybe a little bit of clash around, but I'm interested to see how that plays out. I have also noticed that like there's already some stuff starting to go on with the realm of like people that we consider to be mother figures, mother archetypes, and how that's playing and how like that's shifting a little bit from the like good mother, nurturing mother to the like evil mother or the conniving, manipulative mother. So I think that's very interesting. But I will make videos on my other channel, my astrology, tarot, archetypes, and inner alchemy channel. That's Kamilah Rose. And we'll talk about like the archetypes and the characteristics of the archetypes over there. So business wise, since this is my channel, I'm going to talk about business stuff. Business wise, since I have that awareness of things, that's why I made the Mars Intensive. That's why I have the Mars Intensive workshop that's going to go live on December 6th. So bring your astrology chart with you. We're going to go through kind of all the stuff that's going on with Mars. We're going to look specifically at your astrology chart, and we're going to, oh, my wash is done. I have a lot of things going around in the background. So I need to put my wash in the dryer. But we're going to be looking at how specifically those archetypes are impacting you and what will be happening, what you're going to kind of see during this Mars retrograde. And we can talk about what you've noticed has happened from October 6th to December 6th, because those will be repeating themes that will be revisited as Mars goes retrograde. So business-wise, that's why I put those things together. So if you have a small business, you're working in a spiritual business, understanding the themes of what's going on and what's happening, and then being able to create and tailor future projects, workshops, work groups, things like that around those themes can help you out in being able to kind of stay tapped into what's going on in the world around you. I had an interesting conversation yesterday when I was at the shop reading tarot, because we had someone that was looking for a psychic or a medium, and I don't consider myself to be a psychic or a medium. I don't like talk to spirits. I don't have none of that stuff going on, in my opinion. But I do feel like maybe it's just pattern recognition. If you immerse yourself in a specific realm, a community, a group, a culture, a ideology, a like way of understanding the world, if you do that long enough, you start to see the patterns and you start to see kind of how things go, and it makes it easier to anticipate or figure out what's happening. And I think that in the spiritual realm, for me at least, I see it as being more tapped into like the collective unconscious and the collective kind of like way that we view things and how our behaviors are impacted. And I feel like that's a combination of my background in psychology and sociology, and being able to understand the behaviors of individuals and how that impacts and shows up in our groups, and how we build institutions that further reinforce these behaviors or these social contracts. And I started thinking of Libra as, yes, marriage, but more so as a sense of where we find our social contracts. And that's where like the legal side of things comes in there, is that our agreements that we make about what is acceptable and unacceptable behaviors and what is acceptable and unacceptable partnerships shows up there. And that if we take more of a like sociological lens to how we understand social contracts and working together as individuals and groups and build institutions, I think you get a more clear understanding of how to operate with like Libra energy. Also, which is really helpful for when we have things like South Node moving through Libra and North Node moving through Aries. So that places us in this position to be able to understand how the individual and the group are connected together. I also am really interested in that the concept of the self versus the concept of the other, and how when we project our concept on the other, and then like those realities don't, like the reality of who they are and our concept of who they are don't match up, like that causes that conflict that can start to come up. We start to see that like clash between the individual and the other. So just lots of things that are floating around in my head. And because I'm thinking about these things will probably show up in my work. I'll build stuff around them, and I will continue that conversation as I do more in that realm of astrology, tarot, and inner alchemy. So just a little heads up for the business folks and how you can manage some of the things in your business. Find your areas of expertise, find the things that call your attention, find the stuff that you do well, find your talents, find your gifts, and then lean into those and build those out. All right, let's get a drink. Let's go relax for a little bit. I'm giving myself 30 minutes. I need to think. It's 11:25. I need to leave at 12:30. So I'm going to give myself 30 minutes. Then I'm going to go to just relax. And then I'm going to go send my email. And I'm going to put my clothes in the dryer. And then I'm going to head out the door. So that's the plan for this morning. So I'll see y'all when we go send the email. Hi. I'm realizing I don't think I ever said goodbye for the night. So goodbye. How was the rest of my day? I went and read tarot. I went and did some writing. I worked on videos. I edited a vlog video. I recorded 2 astrology videos. So I did one on all of that wonderful Mars retrograde and the archetypes of the mother and the child. I want to do more on that, dig deeper into that. And then I did one on how the Mars retrograde would impact the fixed and the cardinal signs. I'll make a video about the mutable signs tomorrow and get into some more stuff after that. What else have I done? I cleaned up and got stuff ready at the house. And now it is 11 o'clock and I have to go to bed because I am exhausted. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all.